Good afternoon. My name is Lakshmi and Reddy, and I'm the Dean of the College of Engineering. I want to welcome you all to the Order of the Engineer ceremony and the Sociedad de Ingenieros. This is one of the happiest moments for all of us here at the NMSU College of Engineering and for our family of engineers to celebrate the accomplishments of our students. In fact, every student is a winner this year, and every student is a hero this year because special congratulations are deserved by each and every one of them because this has been one of the most difficult years that you all had to navigate through to get educated because of the COVID spread, etc. And equally special congratulations to our faculty and staff because they had to find alternative modes of course delivery to our students. But I hope you will all agree that through it all, I believe we have succeeded in sticking to our core value or principle of NMSU family of engineering, and that is to be student focused. So I think this 2 years long, however a difficult ordeal that may be, it has brought us together. It has shown us that we do stick to our core values and provide what is necessary for our students to graduate. Thanks to our families of our graduates for trusting us to provide the education. So this is a very special event for us. We really thank you and keep sending your other children back to NMSU because I think we found a lot of different ways to provide course delivery and the learning modes, and we are now adept at providing online, not just in class kind of education. So we want to thank you all. We want to thank you all for trusting the NMSU engineering faculty and staff. So without any further delay, I want to rush to the ceremony itself. And I want you to know that it will consist pretty much of about 3 parts. One is we will recognize the outstanding graduates. And 2, we have a very special guest with us today. It's the Cabinet Secretary of Transportation for the state of New Mexico. So I'm going to get to introduce him a little later in the middle of this ceremony. And 3, we're going to recognize all our graduates. So the next hour and a half is a moment of celebration for all of us. So please stay put and congratulate our graduates as their names are called. To proceed with the immediate order of the business, just to give you an account of what this ceremony is all about, I want to introduce our Associate Dean of Academics, Dr. Antonio Garcia, who will read the history of the Sociedad de Ingenieros and the Order of the Engineer. Tony?
Thank you, Dean Reddy. Good afternoon, buenas tardes. Congratulations, graduates, felicidades. And I echo Dean Reddy's sentiments. I think you all have learned 2 more R's, which is resourcefulness and resilience throughout this events that we've been having over the last couple of years. So I'll read you first the history of the Sociedad de Ingenieros. The Sociedad de Ingenieros was established on the campus of New Mexico State University on December 12, 1989, by deans and department heads of the College of Engineering. The society is dedicated to each graduating class of engineers in anticipation of the future contributions that you will make to society while practicing your profession. The society is named after the word ingenium, meaning innate or natural capacity, and genius in Latin, which is the origin of Romance languages. In countries where the Romance languages are spoken, The title of engineer bears great honor, and engineers are highly respected for the academic rigor required to obtain a degree in engineering and the achievements of engineers that affect the world. At each ceremony, eminente members are inducted into the society. These recipients have distinguished themselves in the field of engineering and serve as role models for new graduates. Now I'll read the history of the Order of the Engineer. In 1926, the ritual of the calling of an engineer was initiated in Canada, which includes placing a wrought iron ring on the small finger of the working hand. In the United States, the ceremony is known as the Order of the Engineer. The ceremony presents an opportunity for you graduates to take a pledge and recall that the professional purpose of engineering involves the pursuit of a learned art in the spirit of public service. The obligation of the Order of the Engineer is a formal statement of an engineer's responsibilities to the public and to the profession while promoting honesty and integrity. Initiates, as you voluntarily accept it, pledge to uphold the standards and dignity of the engineering profession and to serve humanity by making the best use of Earth's precious and limited resources. Your membership in the order is symbolized by the acceptance of an obligation and the wearing of the stainless steel ring on the little finger of the working hand. Wear it with pride in and dedication to our profession. Back to you, Dean Reddy.
All right, thank you, Tony. I'll now take the pleasure to introduce our highest honors, the College of Engineering highest honors and Alumni Association College of Engineering Outstanding Senior, who was also recognized earlier today at the Alumni Association luncheon that we had about a couple of hours ago. We're very proud to have this outstanding senior come with a background of civil engineering technology as well as geomatics with a very high GPA of 3.98. She's also a Crimson Scholar. She has competed on women's track and field team for 5 years, graduated in spring 2021 with a BS in civil engineering technology, and now graduating with another bachelor's in geomatics. She was academic all-rounder 4 times by Western Athletic Conference, passed the Fundamentals of Engineering exam already in January 2020. She coaches the Special Olympics New Mexico Las Cruces Incredibles team, and she's currently employed full-time at Wilson and Company Incorporated Engineers and Architects as an engineer in training and will continue there. Hopefully, she will pursue graduate programs at some point in the near future from NMSU Engineering. She plans to take the exam for PE license, which is very important in her fields of study and practice in both surveying and civil engineering in a few years. So with that, we are very proud to have you as our student, Alyssa. Congratulations to you. Thank you. Now I'm going to ask our department heads to recognize their departmental outstanding seniors, starting with our civil engineering department head, Dr. David Hardegay.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to be here with you today at such an important event. And it is my pleasure also to be recognizing the Civil Engineering Outstanding Senior. And for the fall of 2001, it is Leticia Rubio. Leticia has a significant amount of accomplishments. I'm gonna mention just a few. She is graduating with a GPA of 3.72. She's been working as an intern at a local civil engineering design company. And for those of you who work in experiential learning, you know how much time is needed to dedicate to that. And the fact that she's graduating with a GPA of above a 3.5 is quite remarkable. She received a STEM scholarship from the National Science Foundation, which is very competitive. She's a member and officer of the student chapter of the American Society of Civil Engineers, which speaks to her service contributions, along with a member of Chi Epsilon, which is the Civil Engineering Honor Society. She plans to continue her education and pursue a Master of Science in Environmental Engineering, which is quite an important field in our time, which relates to climate change in particular. And she will continue working for a civil engineering firm, FXSA, in El Paso while continuing school. So congratulations, Leticia. You are a great role model for the department, and best wishes to you. And back to you, Dean Reddy.
Dr. Stohai, Steve Stohai from the Clip School of Electrical and Computer Engineering.
Hello, it is my pleasure to introduce Yarli Ogas as the outstanding graduate from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. So Yarli was born and raised in Deming, New Mexico, and she came to New Mexico State right after graduation. Yarli is very active in extracurricular activities and has held leadership positions in Tau Beta Pi, HKN, and We STEM. Now, the interesting thing about Yarli is she double majored in CS and electrical engineering and has earned a similar distinction as outstanding graduate from the College of Arts and Sciences. So Yarli has accepted a full-time position at Honeywell up in Albuquerque, but she will continue her education with an online master's degree from NMSU in electrical engineering. Congratulations, Yarli. Back to you, Dean Reddy.
Dr. Gabe Garcia, Head of the Engineering Technology and Surveying Engineering.
Yes, the outstanding senior in the Engineering Technology and Survey Engineering Department is, again, Alyssa Covarrubia. She was also, of course, the outstanding student in the College of Engineering. The dean has presented many of Alyssa's amazing accomplishments. In addition to these, Alyssa has served as president of the NMSU student chapter of the Associated General Contractors. She has also helped build the competition field for the best robotics competition as part of the student chapter. Alyssa is truly a remarkable student in the College of Engineering. Congratulations to you on your accomplishments. Back to you, Dean Reddy.
Thank you. Dr. Hansuk Song, Department Head for Industrial Engineering.
Thank you, Dean Reddy. So it's my great pleasure to announce our departmental outstanding senior. So the outstanding graduate senior for industrial engineering is Olivia McBride. So Olivia's overall GPA is 3.8, 4.0. And while pursuing her undergraduate degree, Olivia has actively embarked in a research project funded by U.S. Department of Agriculture. So she presented her research on evaluating the mechanical properties of rapid prototyped wood plastic composites during the New Mexico M conference. And she also participated in the Emerging Researchers National Conference in Washington, D.C., and presented her research progress over there. And Olivia is a very involved student from multiple perspectives. So she was a vice president for our Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineers student chapter. And she also served as our College of Engineering student ambassador, representing our industrial engineering department, and also assisting the various activities of the College of Engineering. And she also served as a student mentor in one of our department courses. And Olivia also volunteered to serve as student recruiter for our industrial engineering department, participating in various recruiting events in high schools, and by providing some oral presentations and also hands-on activities. And after the graduation, Olivia will attend our industrial engineering master's program. So I feel very confident that she has a great academic career ahead. And thank you, Olivia, for your hard work and also great service to our department and our college. Once again, congratulations. Back to you, Dean Reddy.
Well, thank you, Hansuk. And last but not the least, mechanical engineering, mechanical and aerospace engineering department head, Dr. J. Frankel.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. J. Frankel, and it is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Ana Chavez Gonzalez as the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering Outstanding Senior. Ms. Gonzalez was born and raised in Mexico. She came to New Mexico State University to follow her dream of becoming an aerospace engineer. And as time passed, she decided to attain a mechanical engineering degree along the way. She informed me that she learned what it takes to be an engineer and is proud to call herself an Aggie. She will be moving to San Diego, California to pursue a career as a mechanical engineer. Ms. Gonzalez earned a 3.89 out of 4 GPA and is a Crimson Scholar and member of Tau Beta Pi. Good luck to her, and we wish you the best future. Back to you, Dean Reddy.
All right, thank you. I think it does deserve a special mention that all our outstanding seniors are female this semester. And I hope that there comes a time when we don't have to make statements like that. But considering that the college has only 19% female engineers compared with 81% male, this does deserve a mention. So I want to congratulate once again all our outstanding seniors from all our programs in the College of Engineering. Now with that, I want to move on quickly to the second phase, and that is our introduction of our guest and a few wise words from our guest. And we are very proud to have the Cabinet Secretary of Transportation for New Mexico with us. And he's our eminent engineer, Ingeniero Eminente for this semester, Michael Sandoval. And he is one of our own. He was there not too long ago as a student from NMSU Engineering, as a graduate from NMSU Engineering. He's currently Cabinet Secretary, graduated from New Mexico State University in 1994 with a bachelor's in civil engineering, native New Mexican, born and raised in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and first started in the state government in 1994 and at the Department of Transportation in 1996. We are so proud to have our alum serve in such important positions, and we are very glad that Secretary Sandoval took time off his busy schedule to be with us and to say a few words. He is truly a source of inspiration for not just our civil engineering students, but for all our students, because this is the legitimate end of what we do in engineering. We want to translate that to public service, and Secretary Sandoval epitomizes that. Thank you, Secretary. It's yours.
Thank you, Dean. And first want to say just thank you and everyone involved for the award and that naming. It's something that has really humbled me in a lot of ways, and it's really the most prestigious award that I've ever received, and it means so much more just because it comes from an institution that has so much credibility, and an institution that really shaped who I am today and really set a good foundation. So I want to thank you and everyone involved for that. I also want to congratulate the class, the graduating class. I've been there before, and I can tell you that it is no small feat to accomplish what you have done, and to have that diploma placed in your hand is something that you will never forget, and it's something that you have earned, and it was well earned. When I look back, my first couple years there at New Mexico State, I didn't know if I was going to get through that. but I persevered, kept on moving, and it's one of the biggest accomplishments in my life is to graduate and to have that in such a prestigious school like New Mexico State. I also wanted to thank the parents and congratulate the parents. I can tell you my parents and family were very supportive, and I couldn't have gotten through school without them. And so knowing that you have a child there and knowing that they have succeeded and done what they went to do, I'm sure you're feeling very proud, and you should be. But thank you, parents, because we need good engineers right now here in New Mexico and across the country. And I'm happy for this graduating class and happy for you. I want to make sure that before you leave the school, you know the official in New Mexico State and UNM joke that you have to know when you leave. And that is, what does every engineering Lobo say to every engineering Aggie first thing in the morning at work? And the answer to that is, good morning, boss. So yes, you will someday be a manager and a supervisor, and you will probably be supervising a lot of Lobos, and it'll be a tough job, but I know school has prepared you for that. So it's always great to be an alumni of New Mexico State University. There's just a couple things I wanted to mention to you when thinking about how what kind of advice can I provide to you. I could probably spend an hour or more talking to you about all the things that I've learned, but I tried to narrow it down to just a few minutes. The first thing is, it's very important that you value every job, and you'll kind of understand what I mean as you get out into the workforce. Doesn't matter what level you are, it doesn't matter whether it's the custodian or a waiter or waitress, a low-level engineer surveyor. It's really important that you value every job out there. And I think when you start to do that and start to understand that, it starts preparing you for that next level supervisor, manager, executive, vice president, that hopefully all of you have a goal to be. It really helps you understand that all of these jobs really make an agency, really make a company run, and it's important to value all those and to take your time. I see now a lot of times in my position, I have young engineers coming in and they want to climb the ladder as fast as possible. When in essence, you should really work at that job, whatever level it is, do your job, do it well, and look for that next opportunity and be patient how you move from one job to the other to your ultimate goal. When you get to that supervisor level, that manager level, you really want to be able to have experienced all of the jobs that you can, and that's going to make you a better manager. I've seen all too often people climb that ladder, get to the top because they want to be the boss, but don't have the experience or the knowledge to really have the credibility to do a good job. So be patient. Whatever job you have, do that job, do it well, move on to the next job and continue that till you get where you want to be. The next thing I wanted to mention really is something you've probably heard before, and that is always place your family first. I've been lucky in all of my jobs where I've been able to have a good professional and personal balance. I think that when you have support from your friends and family around you, a very supportive wife, a very supportive family, when you are successful in your career, that just makes it that much more satisfying. And I think if you ever find yourself in a position where you're being asked to choose between your family and your work, you really have to ask yourself if you're in the right place. There really is a lot of opportunities out there where you can have both. And certainly family is always comes first. I preach that every day. I preach that to my staff. And there's a way to be very successful and have a successful career in both. And I want to say in closing, I think I'm living proof of the last two things I've mentioned. I have worked my way up at my first job in state government. I think I made $8.62 an hour way back in 1994. Worked my way up, did my job, understood my job, always looked for that next opportunity. moved into the next job, et cetera, and kind of patiently worked my way up the ladder to where I am today. And to be honest with you, if you had seen me as a freshman or sophomore at New Mexico State and someone said, that's going to be the next cabinet secretary someday, I'm not sure anyone else would have believed it. But I continued to work hard, and had a supportive family. I have a very supportive wife who has her own career. I've had very supportive parents. I come from a family of 5. My wife comes from a family of 9. And so we have a very big family, and that's a big part of our life. And so I wanted to just leave you with my advice to you, and that is take your time, be patient, value everybody that you work around, incorporate and always put your family first into your job and your professional life. And I know you will do very well moving forward. So thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. I like that background, by the way. And thank you for those words of wisdom. Those are truly inspiring and reassuring for us that we could move up with a few basic values. Thank you. And as you epitomize it, and as we mentioned earlier, engineering is a people-serving profession. And we believe in helping people through public projects. So we do take our profession very seriously, and we are forever bound by a few principles, which I think are encapsulated in this obligation of the engineer. And I invite our civil engineering department head, Dr. David Harrigy, professor of civil engineering and department head, to read the obligation of the engineer to you all. David?
Thank you, Dean Reddy. Before I read the obligation of the engineer, I'd like to first congratulate Secretary Sandoval for his accomplishments and also his selection as an Ingeniero Eminente. He is a strong supporter of New Mexico State University. He continues to provide experiential learning opportunities for our students, not only in the college, not only in the Department of Civil Engineering, but throughout. And I'd like to thank him for his service to the state. It really is an honor to be here through this recognition. So once again, congratulations, Secretary Sandoval. Moving on to the reading of the obligation of the engineer. Under normal circumstances, we would be standing in the auditorium, and I'd ask you to raise your right hand. And so unfortunately, we're not able to do that, but I'd like to ask you wherever you're at, in front of your friends, in front of your family, I'd like you to please stand and raise your right hand because the words that I will be saying in the next few seconds here are really what should be in our mind as we move into the profession. So with your right hand raised, if you could please repeat the following words with me. I pledge to give the utmost of performance, to participate in none but honest enterprise, to live and work according to the laws of man and the highest standards of professional conduct, to place service before profit, the honor and standing of the profession before personal advantage, and the public welfare above all other consideration. In humility and when need for divine guidance, I make this pledge. Thank you very much for your attention. One thing I do think would also be kept in mind, we're going back to the order of the engineer, which has to do with the placing of the ring on the finger, on the middle, on the pinky finger. That is in recognition actually of the collapse of the Quebec Bridge, which resulted in several lives lost. And it was done in recognition that we keep in mind that the work we do will affect lives and also keep everybody's well-being always in the top of our mind. The ring was originally made of the steel of that bridge. And so now we're honoring that, the people lost there. So just a little bit of history so that you can take that with you as you move on. Back to you, Dean Reddy.
All right, thank you, David. Now comes the phase of the important phase that you're all looking for, induction of graduates. And to do that, I invite Professor Kenny Stevens, who will introduce the departments, the department heads, and announce the induction of graduates. Kenny?
Thank you, Dean Reddy. I'd like to offer my congratulations to everyone, to the students, to their families, to their friends. It's an amazing thing that you've done, and we would like to recognize you by reading each of your names. We'll go by department. So our first department is Chemical and Materials Engineering. Department Head, Dr. Jessica Perea Houston, will say a few words about the department before we start reading the names. Dr. Houston?
All right, thank you, Kenny. So on behalf of the Chemical and Materials Engineering program, as well as all of the faculty and staff, I just want to congratulate all of our fall graduates. So the students who have successfully completed their degrees are commended because of all of the hard work and effort and all of the contributions they've made to the Chemical Engineering department. So as you'll see soon, we have one bachelor's degree that is awarded, and I just want to make note of that because Erica Jessen has been on a co-op, and she's going to immediately begin work as a product development engineer in Cummins in January. So we're really proud of that. And the remainder of our graduates, as you'll see, all received master's degrees. So we're particularly thrilled about those that received one of our very first MECPI degrees, which is the Masters of Engineering in the chemical process industry, those that are doing remote work. So Adam Myers is a recipient, and he will be now promoted from research chemist to process engineer with his company after doing this. So congratulations to everyone, to all of our other Masters of Science candidates for successful research projects they've completed. And we at the Chemical and Materials Engineering Department just want to wish all a great holiday season. And we look forward to the spring semester when we'll have some new changes within the department we're excited about, and as well as a very large cohort of seniors who will be completing their Bachelor's of Science degree. So thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Houston. So let's start. The graduates from the Department of Chemical and Materials Engineering. Mohammed Azim Ureman Alvi. Arik Cole Bitten. Erica Carolyn Jessen. Douglas Richard Kennedy. Stephen Sun Lia. Adam Robert Myers. Javier Adrian Salas Chavira. Skylar Edward Scott. And those are your graduates from the Department of Chemical and Materials Engineering. Yay. And now for the Department of Civil Engineering. Before we read the names, Dr. David Hodege, who you've seen a few times, would like to say a few more words about the department before we read the list of graduates. Dr. Hodege?
Hello, once again. Well, on behalf of the Department of Civil Engineering, I first would like to send my deepest congratulations to all of our 35 fall 2021 civil and environmental engineering graduates. This particular fall, we have 16 graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. We have 5 graduating with a Master's of Engineering in Civil Engineering, 8 graduating with a Master of Science in Civil Engineering, 2 Master of Science in Environmental Engineering, and 4 PhD degree recipients. Each of these recipients finished their degree through a very challenging time that we continue to face. I am very proud of them. They'd have to spend most of their education the past couple of years through online format, which is quite challenging, and they all worked through it quite well. I also would like to, much like what was mentioned by Secretary Sandoval, I'd like to recognize the friends and family members that are online with us today for your role in supporting and encouraging your graduate. It's in times without COVID, completing a engineering degree is quite difficult. I'm sure you saw your student consistently studying, coming home weekends, spending time on the kitchen table, in their room studying, and your support is very important because the mindset is really crucial in these times so that they could finish the degree. There's a lot of challenges that come along with it. So congratulations also to you, friends and family members, because this is also a recognition of what you've done. So I was quite fortunate in civil engineering. We were able to have a bit of a ceremony last night at La Posta. And I also participated on a couple of capstone design projects and dissertation defenses, Master of Science defenses. And it was really important to me to be able to see them in person. And I really appreciate those that turned up last night. And there was a couple of things that I said during the banquet that I wanted to share now for those of you who were unable to make it last night. The first thing I'd like to share is please keep in mind that your education is now starting, actually not ending. Continue to learn, particularly in emerging fields. As I mentioned last night, the amount of technology changes that have occurred over the past 5 years have been actually made equivalent to those technological advances that have been made in the previous 25 years. So the technology is just changing at an incredible pace. It's important to continue to learn of these emerging fields, because if we don't, we risk becoming obsolete. You could see some of the companies that were before that have gone bankrupt, and it's really because they weren't able to adapt to change. And I encourage you to continue to learn, adapt to change, and be resilient. The next thing I shared last night was make time for yourself. Don't put off those hobbies you want to start. Read those books you want to read. Go on those hiking trips. You know, there's certain things that I started recently. You know, for one thing, like for example, for me, I always wanted to play the guitar. I started doing that. And I think back, I wish I would have started earlier. And so, you know, just learning experience, you know, I encourage you to start now. Don't wait any longer. The other thing is celebrate all your accomplishments. This is just but one that's going to start your, not only your professional and your personal life, but celebrate them all, big or small, and let us know about them. You know, whether you have a accomplishment at work, something personal that you'd like to share with the department, we'd be happy to, we'd love to hear from you. And then other thing I'd like to do, and I'd also like to recognize Leticia Rubio as a outstanding graduating senior for the department. Last night, I wasn't able to do that, but I'd like to also make sure I gave her the proper credit. And we're very proud of Leticia and her accomplishments, as well as the others. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is just to reiterate the sentiments of Secretary Sandoval. We're very appreciative of the work he's done. We've created an alumni spotlight on our website that we will soon include Secretary Sandoval. And there's a lot of great things happening in the department, and make sure that you stay in contact. So in closing, obviously I would have much rather preferred to be shaking your hand, congratulating you there, giving you a hug. You've all persevered in facing life's challenges and how you've dealt with this pandemic and finishing your degree successfully. Thanks to all of you for choosing NMSU. Stay in touch. Gonna miss all of you. And remember, you always have a home in the NMSU Department of Civil Engineering. Best wishes to all of you. Back to you, Kenny.
Thanks, Dr. Jauregui. So the graduates from civil engineering. Wijalayat Kodije Nimasha Lakshani Abyakun. Fernando Alvidres. Agwowa Serwa Amanqua. Lauren Blankenship. Gregory Bustillos. Mr. Canoe Carson Wayne Casey. Ty Gregory Castañeda. Lin Chen. Marches Coris. Ediri Surilla, Mudian Selaj, Nimanti, Tiloca, Ediri Surilla. Sofia T. Fajardo. Victor Garcia. Dylan Thomas Godfrey. Rodolfo Alejandro Hernandez Tejada. Gabriel Luis Klein. Garrett Martin Laney. Oshao Lee. Herat Murisalaj Ishani Pradipa Kulaskikara. Cullen James Mayer. Leah Grace Marquez, James Elijah Martinez, Francisco Morales, Bryce Christian Ortiz, Jacqueline G. Peña, Alexander Pereda, Tamia Asija Pete, Catarina Christine Provengi, Tori May Korai, Hayden Allen Randall, Olga Rodriguez, Austin H. Rowan, and the outstanding senior, Leticia Sofia Rubio, Irvin Aurelio Sigala, Carlos Daniel Silva Rojas, Fernando Daniel Tirado, Jacobo Elias Valenzuela Sánchez, Abigail Ventura Acevedo, Tao Wang, Rongwan Shu, Sina Zaman. And those are your graduates from the Department of Civil Engineering. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And now for the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, the department head, Dr. Stephen Stohai, will say a few words before we read the list of graduates. Dr. Stohai.
Congratulations, fall 2021 graduates from the Klepp School of Electrical and Computer Engineering. You are here today because you have passed electronics, Cornerstone, Signals and Systems 1 and 2, and even EMAG. You are now ready to transition to the workforce or perhaps graduate school. As you start the next phase of your life, I hope that you will reflect fondly on your time at NMSU. In whatever you decide to do, please remember to be bold because you now have the skills to shape the future. Back to you, Kenny.
Thank you, Dr. Stohai. So the graduates, fall 2021 from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Andres Acosta, Yahia Mustafa Arafa, Andrea Maria Baca, Malika Bandiopadhyay, Axel Rene Brusdow, Alberto Thomas Chavez Jr., Jillian Alana Cox, Irving Delgado, Anthony Michael DeRochis, Ryan Lorang Ebarb, Justin M. Eldridge, Ayateramen Nasser Abdelmegid Abdelrasek Al Said, Amar Mohammed Amin El Wazir, Tracy Fernandez, Alyssa Leticia Guadalupe Garcia, Jeremy Alexander Grajeda, Jacob Lee Gwynn, Chukwemeka Ifesanachi Ilo, Macklin John Kennard Smith, Panenidra Madala, Andres Joaquin Martinez Sanchez, Jacob Isaiah Melendez, Joanna Marie Miranda, Lionel Montoya, George R. Nail, Christina Yvonne Neveres, the outstanding senior from Electrical and Computer Engineering, Yarele Ogas, Ada Bill Ramoko, Amin Sarihi, Robert Selje II, Zina Lisa Stevenson, Isa Toad, Thomas A. Underwood, Jacob Michael Wilson, Randall James Woodall. And those are your graduates from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Congratulations, everybody. And now from the Department of Engineering Physics, here for representing the department is Dr. Thomas Hearn to say a few words about the department before we read the list of graduates. Dr. Hearn.
Hello, engineering physics graduates. and your families. Congratulations. We know it's been a tough year. We've all worked through it. We know you're going to do great things. We keep track of what our graduates do, and they've all gone on to great jobs and futures. Congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hearn. Now the list of graduates from the Department of Engineering Physics. Rory William Noel. Joshua Santana. Bethany Lynn Tyree. And those are your graduates from the Department of Engineering Physics. Congratulations. And now for the Department of Engineering Technology and Surveying Engineering, Dr. Gabe Garcia, Department Head, will say a few words about the department before we go to the list of graduates. Dr. Garcia.
Thank you, Kenny. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the ETSE department, congratulations to all of our fall 2021 bachelor's degree students in engineering technology, geomatics, information and computer technology, and our first graduates of the Masters of Information and Technology degree. We are thankful for having you in our department over the last several years and happy to celebrate this joyous time with you and your family. Through your hard work and dedication, you have overcome the challenges of COVID on top of the challenges that you face with your courses and completed the requirements of your degree. Congratulations and great job, everyone. Back to you, Kenny.
Thanks, Dr. Garcia. So the graduates from the Department of Engineering Technology and Surveying Engineering. Tommy Big Bubba Abeta Sosa. Jeremy Joseph Aranda Trujillo. Mario Alberto Bucio Martinez. Cesar Eduardo Cárdenas. Carson Luke Carrillo III. Rolando Germán Castro. Josue Chacon. Andrew Cleland. Departmental Outstanding Senior, highest honors for the College of Engineering, and Outstanding Senior for the College of Engineering, Alyssa Marie Covarrubia, and a heck of a javelin thrower. Melanie Juanita Crosby. Marqueta Angelica Davalos. Sean Patrick Driscoll. Joshua Lee Featherston. Janelle D. U. Fidmont. Raymond Andrew Fierro. Alfonso Garcia. Adrian A. Garcia Alvarez. Ashley Godinez. Nathan Thomas Grice. Gilberto Antonio Gutierrez. Ana Maria Holguín. Jason Hughes. Joshua John Humphrey. Joash June Angel R. Inoferio. Alexandria Paige Johnson. Drew Aaron Johnson. Daniel Kerr. Emily Jean Kessler. Ana Marisa Otero Larkin. Laura S. Lozada. Victor Manuel Marquez IV. Manuel de Jesus Marquez. Oscar Rene Mora. Leonardo Enrique Morales. Ruben Efren Núñez. Farouk Sari Nusaibe. Kenneth Eugene Petty III. Hamza Scott Powers. Ricardo Prado. Kendall Aaron Pike. Samantha Olivia Rayos. Deanna Marie Rakoder. Isai Rocha. Eric Daniel Rodriguez. Jose Alberto Salazar. Eric Joshua Samaniego. Sebastian Alfonso Sena, Levi Samuel Smith, Edebiyi Edeyemi Stap Adeogba, Amanda C. Stoyanov, Isaac J. Tafoya, Andrew Thirsk, Mariah Alexandria Trujillo, John Paul Ignacio Ulibarri, Edwin Javier Vargas Serrano, Camille Nairi Barros, Andres Arturo Bedalago Capellini, Julian Vivar, Larry John Weatherwax, Jennifer Yazi. And those are your graduates from the Department of Engineering Technology and Surveying Engineering. Congratulations. And now for the Department of Industrial Engineering. Department Head Dr. Han-Suk Son will say a few words about the department before we read the list of graduates. Dr. Son.
Thank you, Professor Kenny. So on behalf of Industrial Engineering faculty and staffs, I'd like to offer congratulations to all of our fall 2021 graduates. So we are very proud of you all. So even under the such difficult and very unusual circumstances due to the pandemic, all of your hard work brought you to this proud moment. So great job, everyone. I wish bigger opportunities comes your way and you achieve success in all of them. And special thanks goes to the parents, spouses, children, and friends of our graduates for their patience and sacrifices and support during these challenging years. Last but not the least, I would also like to thank our industrial engineering faculty members and staffs for their hard work and tireless efforts for our student success. Congratulations once again to the graduates. I wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you so much. Back to you, Professor Kenny.
Thank you, Dr. Son. So now the graduates from the Department of Industrial Engineering. Fahed Al-Jaran, Abdul Hamid Ali Salman Salah Al-Alwani, Abdulaziz Al-Anazi, Abdullah Al-Dahafiri, Badr Amer Al-Kandari, Abdullah Al-Shamari, Ryan Anderson, Carlos Alberto Areniva, Caitlin Bertram, Gregory Copeland, Esmeralda Christine Elorriaga, Augustine Sunje Enonjene, Sajia Afrin Emma, James Anderson Green, Teresa Michelle Kellner, Luisa Samira Manama. The outstanding graduate for the Department of Industrial Engineering, Olivia Yvette McBride. Patrick John O'Brien. Benkata Tejwaswi Pacherla. Christopher Allen Perotti. Kevin Lewis Porter. Enrique Rincon. Jessica Marie Sanchez. Spencer S. Sims. Andrew Bryce Starkey. Paul William Swank. Azul Toledo Vega. David Alexander Varley. Tao T. Tu Vu. Marissa N. York. And those are your graduates from the Department of Industrial Engineering. Congratulations. And now for the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, Department Head Jay Frankel will say a few words before we read the list of graduates. Dr. Frankel.
Thank you. Greetings. I am Dr. Frankel. I am the relatively new Department Head of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. which is the largest engineering department in the College of Engineering. This department will continue to grow and expand in academics and research. Welcome graduating seniors and their families and friends. At this moment in time, it is about you and your accomplishments and your abilities for completing a rigorous set of tasks. Your families and friends share and savor this moment with you. They feel the pride and sweat of your efforts in achieving this milestone, and they acknowledge your hard work in reaching this day. You will remain connected to the Aggie traditions of dedication, hard work, integrity, and the pursuit of discovery and knowledge. Many lifelong friends have been made during your time at the university. This includes fellow students, faculty, and staff. The faculty and staff wish you good health, happiness, and a safe journey to your next stop, whether it be in industry or national labs or graduate studies or other pursuits. Work hard and enjoy being adventurous. Travel when possible for continuing your life journey. Finally, please remember the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering Department at New Mexico State University. This department will continue to grow and wish you to remain involved and watchful in our efforts. Stay in contact with us and congratulations. Back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Frankel.
Okay.
And now for the graduates from the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. Nahar Al-Shamari, Tyler Holt Arnold, Jorge Alejandro Arras, Chandler M. Art, Alberto Barajas Jr., Ethan Joel Billingsley, Luis Emanuel Bojorquez, Gabriel Brambila, Moisés Samuel Bucay Omana, Andrés Caballero, Alejandro Castro Gonzalez, the outstanding graduate from Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, Ana Dali Chavez Gonzalez, Victoria Maria Rose Clark, Jason Charles Dana, Hudson Charles Davenhall, Laura Dueñas Gonzalez, Ren A. Evans, Tyler Richard Free, Darren Randall Garay, Ricardo Garza Frias, Nicholas Vincent Gefkin, Gavin Dennis Guerra, Rogelio Hernandez, Mark David Hodge, Daniel Olguin, Jose Eduardo Olguin, Derek Alexander Jackson, Caleb John Jankowski, Anita Bonita Jimenez, Christopher Allen Kunsel, Biet Bakle, Ivan Lopez Marufo, Leah Jade Lujan, Abner Luna Garcia, Michael Alfonso Maestas, Griffin Lee Matusak, Jonathan Ernesto Moreno, Sami Basher Nasser, Juan Antonio Nieto Jr., Zachary Joseph Paisani, Chad Lauren Patterson, Jaime Yi Perez, Crystal Pokagan, Nathan Michael Bruce, Mario Alonso Robledo Garcia, Dominic Christopher Roybal, Leonardo Sainz, Shelby Ann Stryker, Margarita Talavera Leyva, Glenn Tyler Throneberry, Samuel Alexander Torres, Nathan David Vance, Luke Taylor Vergeer, Diego Villalobos Gonzalez, David Felipe Villalobos Dimas, Nelson Gowland Walker, Rafael Ivan Zarate Rodriguez. And those are your graduates from the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. Congratulations. And those are your graduates for fall 2021. Back to you, Dean Reddy.
All right, thank you, Kenny. Thank you. And congratulations again to the class of 2021 graduates. In closing, I want to wish you all success in your chosen careers. I am sure, I'm confident you will all be gainfully employed, if not already. And if statistics is any indication, you will be a Secretary of Transportation, a Chancellor of a university, or maybe an Oscar Award winner, because that's what our your seniors, graduates did. But whatever it is, I'm sure you will be successful in your careers. But please do remember your alma mater. Stay in touch through social media and drop by and stay engaged with your department, with your unit, with your favorite professor, that professor who really gave you a very tough grade. We tend to remember those professors particularly. Stay in touch. And please give back. If statistics is an indication again, our alumni always are very generous, not necessarily through finances, but in giving back by coming to the campus and providing guidance to our students, just as the secretary has been doing, just as the secretary has done today. So we are very proud of you. And we are very thankful to the families. There's one other thing that I want to say, apart from employment, which I'm sure you will find if you have not already found one. I know many of our alum tend to stay back, go back to school, because in the end, you'll find that doing a master's degree is perhaps desirable in the current market. In fact, it is always desirable in any market. So you may want to go with a master's degree. So if in fact you are looking for a job, but you're not sure and you're not too keen on joining workforce, do remember that we do have master programs, Master of Engineering program. These are professional degree programs. What that means is they will train you in about 6 semesters, plus or minus, actually less than that. You will get a master's degree with which you could really have some edge over others in ascending that technical ladder or administrative ladder in your place of employment. So that's always an option for you. Let's say if you join a company and you really don't like the work, that's not what you expected, or you want to change the gears, or you found out that there is, just as I believe Dr. Hardegi pointed out, that there is another area that is evolving, another discipline, and so you want to go back. Do remember that master's programs do not take 128 credit hours or 5 or 6 or 7 or however many years that it takes for us to get a bachelor's degree, right? So it does take less than 2 years to get, and what is more important is master's programs do pay you. We do have some scholarships that we could use for continuing students. So if you are a student who got a bachelor's degree from us here and want to continue into a master's program in one of your favorite units, then you may be eligible to get a scholarship. And even if you don't have scholarships, you may not know that every unit will have some funding, perhaps through their research projects that they have in their departments, that they could make them available for you to continue as a master's student, stick around for 3 or 4 semesters and get out with a master's degree. Now, I'm saying this because generally we tend not to say this program, announce this program because I know you're all tired and you want to go out and make money, and I don't blame you. But I think it is a great opportunity for at least some of you to go back and think about getting out with a master's degree. And I have seen between today and yesterday, quite a few graduates already are thinking about it. So at NMSU right here within our college, we have a professional master's program in just about every unit. So do think about it. And I wish you luck again, regardless of what you choose to do, go to a graduate program or go join a company. You will all be successful. I want to, in closing, I want to give ourselves an unmuting opportunity and give a big round of applause to all our graduates and their parents and our faculty and staff. With that, this is a moment to celebrate. Do celebrate safely. Good luck to you. Thank you. Please unmute yourself so we could hear your applause.
Yay.